Good morning. Welcome to the Overtax Taxpayer channel. I received a couple of pieces of mail this Christmas holiday. I want to go over one letter in particular. It kind of tugged on my heartstrings a little bit. And then I want to talk about the savings account versus silver and gold, which this letter pretty much touches upon. But first, if you haven't subscribed, I urge you all to subscribe. And to fool the YouTube algorithms, please watch the ads. There's only one or two short ads, and watch my video in its entirety. That actually helps fool the YouTube algorithms and throws the videos up as a higher recommended video. So now that that's all out of the way, I wanted to first say thank you to Veritas Files for sending me this 1964 quarter. In it says, "Merry Christmas, thanks for all you do, and stack it to the rafters, Veritas Files." Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. It's very rare that I get presents in the mail. But this is the one I wanted to talk about, and that's not to minimize Veritas Files present. I wanted to talk about James, who is from London, England. I got this all the way from London, England, and I want to read you the letter from him. "Dear Overtaxed Taxpayer, I have been watching your YouTube videos for a few years now. This has got me into stacking silver and gold. Before then, I lived like a lot of people, hand to mouth, no matter how much money I had. But now I have accumulated something. I have cut out drinking and leisure activities, and for the first time in years seem to be getting ahead. Around Ilford town center, I see a lot of homeless people begging, some of them wrapped in blankets. Maybe some of them are there due to drink and drugs, but many probably had a job and a home at one time. They probably thought the good times would never end, but due to unfortunate circumstances that ended up there. I'll read that again. They probably thought the good times would never end, but due to unfortunate circumstances ended up there, meaning ended up in the streets, wrapped in blankets. Letting agencies refuse to take anybody on a housing benefit when they should." So I guess there's an agency in London where they could give you a housing benefit, but they're not giving them out as they should. That's how I take that sentence. His punctuation's a little bit different. "I don't have to pay rent, which is just as well, as flats run over $1,000 a month locally, and nearly $2,000 for a house. So I put the spare money into silver and gold." By the way, I ripped this, and I'm reading around the tears. The package, the thick envelope, I tore it and accidentally tore the letter. "Saving money in an instant access account is ridiculous due to the interest rate being 0.5% the last time I looked. Plus the fact that you always have the temptation on spending it on something, which I'm going to talk about. I wish I had come across this way of living 30 years ago, as it is the only thing that seems to work for me and probably other people as well. I checked my local pawnbroker last week, and he said he had sold out of silver coins. And I went back Saturday. He said he still didn't have any. This is the first time in years this has happened. They and other pawnbrokers sell gold coins such as gold sovereigns and half sovereigns and couperans as well, and they have known to sell out of these fast as well. But if you read the financial press, they hardly ever promote this way of investing." And then he says, "Thank you. I have enclosed an American silver eagle, which was the first coin I ever bought on the advice given in your YouTube channels, your YouTube videos, I'm sorry. James from London." What struck me is that James, and I just washed my hands, so don't worry about me touching this. James has given me the very first silver coin he has ever purchased. You don't know what that means to me, how honored I feel, and is one of the main reasons I make YouTube videos, is to positively affect others, positively convince them to save money and not do it the way they are taught to in schools. As he says in his letter, the financial institution and saving in their system never worked for many of his friends. That is the way we're taught to save money. Give our money to an institution, a financial institution, where they reward you with 0.5%. I think here in the United States it's 1%. I don't know because I don't have a savings account. I refuse to get one. But that's pittance because they take your money that you put into those savings accounts. They then loan it out at much, much higher interest rates on mortgages, car loans, home lines of credit, you name it. Some of those loans are 30% interest rate, interest bearing, and they don't even pretend to share the wealth with you. You get your 1% and they pocket the rest. That is what you are doing to America when you put your money into a savings account. You are enslaving others into debt. I've always said your best course of saving money, first of all, I need to say this. You're gonna have to diversify, and some of it will be into the system. But I've always swore on silver and gold. I diversify, it's my choice. I have a 401k account because my employer gives me pretty much free money. Every time I put in 4 or 5%, he matches. That's free money. So I choose to diversify. I go into a few cryptos. That is my choice. You might not like that. But the best thing I've ever done when it comes to my own financial freedom is hold silver and gold in my home and not put it or cash into their financial system. Anyway, folks, I really appreciate your time. Appreciate it. Again, if you haven't subscribed, please do so and give me a thumbs up. I really would appreciate that. And obviously, stay tuned for my next video. Take care.